From Wembley down to every town, the roar is rising now. Red and white beneath the lights, hear the whole world sing aloud.
From the streets of London town to the flags in every hand, dreams are burning brighter now. Football's coming back again.
Oh, raise the banners to the sky.
Hear the nation come alive.
Side by side, we stand as one tonight. Three Lions of 2026.
Hearts on fire, we won't give in.
Through the thunder and the noise,
England marching with one voice.
Three Lions of 2026.
Feel the passion deep within.
Every city, every street.
Hear the whole world move its feet.
England, England,
Oh,
we've dreamed these nights 1,000 times.
now the moment's here.
Generations standing proud.
With hope instead of fear.
From the pubs to packed out fan zones,
Voices echo far and wide.
one more chance to write the story.
With the nation unified.
Raise the banners to the sky.
Hear the nation come alive.
Side by side, we stand as one tonight. Three Lions of 2026.
Hearts on fire, we won't give in.
Through the thunder and the noise,
England marching with one voice.
Three Lions of 2026.
Hear the roar across the land.
From the young to old alike.
England shining through the night. Football's coming home.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Yes, I tell you what.
that Thomas Tuchel is a lovely guy, isn't he?
Oh, he's a genius. Fucking genius, put nicely. What a wow. Do you know what? I'll just say it now. I think that has to be the most exciting performance, especially that final 45 minutes after a bit of a bollocking that the players got at half time from the assistant coach or revealed by the assistant coach. We play like that throughout this tournament, we're world champions. That is honestly, we've got it in us. We know that now.
I must admit, on that first half, look, I'm a huge fan of Gareth Southgate. To my mind, those that don't like Gareth Southgate are, I've got to say, what I would call entitled England fans. Presuming that had he made one change, we would have won it then. How do you fucking know?
But
Unless
hold
your
on.
balls are crystal. No. You can't tell me that if he made the change that everybody's going on about, that we would definitely
hold on. Southgate did fantastically well, but
best manager we've ever had.
I'm not disagreeing that he was a good manager. However,
the manager.
Honestly, no. I'm going to say it now.
Who's better manager then?
We never had a performance like that under Gareth Southgate. Yeah, we might have against Panama. We might have pumped them.
I'm not arguing with, because you didn't let me finish.
Go on.
We have not had a manager as good as Gareth Southgate. Look where we were when Gareth Southgate took over, right? Do you want to go back to Graham Taylor? Do you want to go back to?
No.
Do you want to go
with the brolly?
It was the second Italian that we had.
Oh, Capello.
Capello. Do you want to go back to him? Yes, Alf Ramsey won us the World Cup, but Alf Ramsey also failed to qualify us for European Championships, for World Cup, failed to qualify us for. Bobby Robson, who I always thought was one of our better manager, failed to get us to a Euros and a World Cup as well. So, whatever you say, look what we did under Southgate. What we did under
not disagreeing.
No. Let me finish. Let me fucking finish for once. Right? What we did under Southgate, we got through to 2 finals, a quarter final. Was it a semi-final we got through to?
Yeah.
Of a World Cup, 2 Euro finals. We didn't win. Obviously, didn't win any. But what I'm saying was, he was the best manager. And all these England fans that suddenly think that they can manage the England team by saying, if he'd done this or if he'd done that. Now, that first half to me was a Gareth Southgate half. Because twice we went ahead and twice we conceded. Where the difference happened was at half time.
Yeah.
Because they got a bollocking off Tuchel, which probably Southgate would never have given them. He then made 3 substitutions all at once. Southgate wouldn't have done that. So that second half, bloody hell, that was probably 45 minutes that I've never seen England play before.
I think, had Southgate done that during Euro 2020, Euro 2024, the World Cup in Russia, we would definitely. Well, I think we would have given France more of a game than Croatia did in the final. We would have got through to that final. We would have beaten Italy, and we would have ramped up against Spain. This is the difference. This is where we've been lacking all these years. Hang on. Let me finish here. This is where we've been lacking all these years. Under Bobby Robson, under Gareth Southgate, under Glenn Hoddle. It's all this typical, even Fabio Capello, it was always the England style. Now, what Spain does very well and what France does very well is they do what we saw last night. And you can't tell me if Spain are lacking something or France are lacking something. Didier Deschamps or Luis de la Fuente do not go in there and bollock those players like Thomas Tuchel did. Gareth Southgate, lovely guy, great England manager. I can't disagree with you there. Just was not that level. Just was not that level that you've got Didier Deschamps, Luis de la Fuente, you name those great
wouldn't necessarily have done it with England. Foreign managers don't necessarily do it with England. The word you use there, which sticks out, we will come on to the game on its own later in the show. The word you used there was think. You think we would have given France a game. You think we would have done this. You think, but we don't know. We absolutely
don't. No, very true.
Say this would definitely have happened. But Thomas Tuchel is taking over an England squad that is in a hell of a good place.
Agree with
that.
Is
on the rise and has got an easier job taking over than when Southgate took over.
He's taken us to the next level, though. I'll be honest. Before he took over the job, when Gareth Southgate left and Thomas Tuchel was appointed, I was like, I don't like this. Because when he was at Chelsea, I didn't particularly like Thomas Tuchel. I thought he was an arrogant tosser. And secondly, I didn't think that what he was going to do was what we saw last night. I thought it was just more of the same. But lo and behold, what Thomas Tuchel did last night is something that is completely alien to me in my lifetime. It's complete. I've never seen an England team play like that. I've seen France, I've seen Brazil, I've seen Argentina, Spain. Let's not care about them. I've never seen an England team play like that. And that, I think, is what we need to get us to the next level. We need to do that to win a World Cup. We're not going to win a World Cup playing like we bloody have for the
No,
past 60 years. We
no.
have to do what Tuchel is doing now. And fair play to him. At halftime, Anthony Barry come out, told everybody that they were not happy. To be honest, at halftime, the performance wasn't bad. We was doing well against what is a very tough team. But
Let's
the
leave this
level
then,
went
and
up.
let's talk about it more when we come on to the game. But I will
Yes.
agree with you. This is the next level. What gets me off is the entitled English fans that because we didn't win, oh, he should have done this, he should have done that. Where were they when we weren't fucking qualifying? You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, exactly. I remember 2008 and the Wally with the Brolly, and that was
Exactly,
painful.
exactly. Now let's go back to that if you want. What all I'm saying is he was our best manager. I know I could say the guy Ramsey won it, but he didn't then get us to two finals. As in Euros and World
Yeah.
Cup, he didn't get us even qualified for them. So we have to say thank you, Mr. Southgate, and Tuchel has to be thinking, fucking hell, I'm taking over a fairly decent squad. What he's doing, and what I would say, it's almost a bit like Ranieri at Leicester. Would Pearson have won us the Premier League? I don't know. I've not got a crystal ball. The chances are probably not.
Yeah.
But what Ranieri he came in and built on the Great Escape,
Mm.
and the rest, as they say. So, but we'll come on
Yeah.
to the game later in the show. What we're going to do now is go through. Oh, look at that! We're looking professional.
Yes.
We are. In fact, I've got to say, mate, you look a lot more professional there, if you don't mind me saying, than you do there.
I get rid of that bloody picture. I like this one. This is really good.
This
The
one
World
does
Cup
look
news.
smart.
This
It does
does look
look smart.
smart. This makes me
Yeah.
look like I could go into. Yeah, makes me look like I'm in Sky Sports News. That
Yes,
I'm sat
indeed.
there next to what's her name?
Oh, I think
Who's
you look very Hugh Edwards there.
no, that's you.
No, no, no. You just say that. Is that your best comeback? It's been a long time since you've had come on your back, but there we go.
Oh
Uh,
Jesus Christ! To be
right,
honest,
let's talk
you are
about
the
the World
silver
Cup.
fox, aren't you? That's Schofield.
I'm not the silver fox. I've got no fucking hair.
Around the
Right,
sides, though.
World Cup so far. First games are all over.
Yes.
We've all played one game. Some teams today have played two. That's just the nature of the fact that it's kicking off at weird game time. So we are playing a little bit of catch up. But I'm going to go through a few headlines here. And, particular results. I don't want to go too deep into the games before you start giving me a report on every game. I don't want to go deep into every one. But we'll just sort of touch briefly because we will go through the results later. So one first headline here is Europe and South America won't have it all their own way. And I think when you look at some of the results that we've seen, there's been some surprise results, hasn't there?
Yes. Yes, there has been. Cape Verde versus Spain is the most obvious one.
Yes.
That is the most obvious one because everybody is saying Spain are the favourites. But then again, you've got to consider Argentina were beaten by Saudi Arabia at the start of their run. So, to 2022. So you've got to take that with a pinch of salt, that
Mm.
result. Spain will come back.
Still a
No
shock,
doubt.
though. Still a shock.
It is. It is. Of course, we've just seen, Bosnia and Herzegovina get absolutely trounced by Switzerland. Whilst that's not a shock, how shite Bosnia were, was a shock to me. I thought they were a bit better than that. I think they're going to be heading out of the tournament. But there has been other shocks as well throughout. It's been an interesting World Cup. I'll tell you one of the big shocks, and we're going to come on to it, no doubt, is Portugal, DR Congo.
Mm.
and I'm gonna be brutal when we get to that game. So let me delve into that and be brutal because it's not
When
going to
was
be
that?
nice for
When
a
was
certain
that
person.
game?
That was yesterday.
Oh, it was yesterday. Then
Yeah.
we will come to that. So I'm just
Yes.
going to go through here the games that were sort of up until Wednesday. And look, Mexico 2, South Africa 0. Not really a surprise, was it?
No.
Korea 2, Czech Republic 1. Was that a surprise?
No, not really.
Probably not. No.
No, not at all.
Canada 1, Bosnia 1.
No.
Like you say, that could really see with today's result, see Bosnia. Although they've still got, I suppose, getting the 1 point, they're still hanging in there. Now, I'm going to say that this was a shock. United States 4, Paraguay 1.
Paraguay aren't anywhere near where they used to be.
No, they're not. But then
No.
I wasn't expecting
Gosh.
that sort of performance. I'd have given USA a draw, and I would have said they've done very well if they did. Hi,
I
Nate.
thought they'd win. I thought they'd win against Paraguay, but yeah, it's not a surprise which way it went. It's probably a surprise because they, hammered Paraguay.
Yes, they did. And then you've got
Like Doctor Evil.
Sorry,
It's like Doctor Evil rubbing his cat, rubbing his balls. Yes.
I've been expecting you, Mr. Bond.
Do I look like James Bond? There you are. There's a new career for me there. Shaken,
Well,
not stirred.
they're looking for one. I'm going to say this was a surprise. Before, look, when you see some of the performances, it wasn't. But at the start, Qatar won, Switzerland won.
Yeah, that was a surprise. You'd think Switzerland would walk that all day long.
Yeah. Brazil won, Morocco won. We didn't really learn anything there, did we?
No, not a surprise at all. Morocco, people should know what Morocco are all about now. They got to the semi-finals of the last World Cup. They are a very, very, very good side, Morocco. No doubt at all. No doubt at all. That wasn't a surprise.
Yeah. Now, that was on the leading up to the Sunday. The Sunday games, this first one, of course, so deserving of an extra bank holiday. Scotland fluking a win over Haiti. And I'm going to be honest with you here, they fluked that win.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise as such.
No,
I knew
you
Haiti.
expect Scotland to beat it. The surprise for me is it was only 1-0 and a fucking lucky 1-0.
I told you Haiti aren't that bad. I told you Haiti weren't that bad. Honestly, you should start bloody listening to me, Chris. I told you they're not a bad team. They're not a bad team.
I'm going to give you credit for that one because you did say, albeit on one pre World Cup friendly, but you did say that they didn't look a bad side. Scotland, I'm sorry, I had them finishing third and going through as one of the better third place qualifiers. But if they've only put one past Haiti, I mean, we put 4 past a team that's 11th in the world. They could only put 1 past Haiti.
They could still go through.
A deflection.
They could still go through.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that performance, don't get too excited, Scotland. Remember that single, World Cup single, don't come home too soon? I mean, I just think, all right, I mean, they're sort of running up and down, Carnegie High Street, lifting the kilts up. But yes, it's a win. It's the first win since, the Crimea War for them at the World Cup. But you've got to say, if there's any Scottish fan watching, you cannot come to me and say that was a good win.
No, it wasn't. To be honest, Scotland did what they needed to do. Haiti were, quite unlucky actually. I think Scotland will get through, but I think it'll be very close because I think Morocco and Brazil will beat them. I just think that there is going to be a couple of groups in there which are going to have teams with less than 3 points in there, and I think it's going to be more than 4 groups. So I would not be surprised that Scotland sneak their way into the round of 32, where they're going to get beat. You know, you never know. There is a possibility, if that happens, that Scotland will play us.
Well,
There is
again,
that possibility.
that's the thing we're going to be looking at later. It's almost like you've read my script.
Yes.
But thank you for nodding it over again. Well, look, if Scotland get through the group, the King will probably give them a week off. Fucking hell, you know. Moving on. A captain's performance from Harry Souttar. Australia 2, Turkey 0.
Surprise.
To me,
that is.
was a surprise again.
What, you don't think that was a surprise?
No, it was a surprise.
Oh, yeah, that was a surprise.
Yeah.
But I don't think moving forwards it will be, because I was shocked how poor Turkey are. Turkey, I would not be surprised to see them go out, which is odd because, let's be fair, they got to the semi-finals of the 2002 World Cup. They've always had that bit of grit, that bit of grime. We remember all the times we played Turkey throughout the years and the bust-ups in the tunnel. I used to love playing Turkey, you know. I used to love that. It used to be just arms were flailing all over the place. Oh, he's gone. There we go.
I'm coming. I'm just plugging something in.
I was going to say that looks a little bit better, actually, doesn't it? Yeah, he's done himself justice. Whereas, what he does is put me as. Well, I don't know what that is that he keeps putting me as. Supposedly I've got Mexican. Oh, for God's sake, it's awful. It is horrendous. I haven't got double chins like that either.
You did have that night down the pub, but anyway.
Do you know what? Do you know what? You've put? Make this man fat to ChatGPT.
It was the picture that I used of you was not, I have to say, the most photogenic picture of you. But the idea
You
with
picked
that
the worst one on fucking purpose, basically.
Oh no, but that one was totally AI going to town. But yeah, no, well done, Australia.
Yes.
One that wasn't a surprise, although it was a surprise at 1-1, was Germany 7, Krakow 1. I think Krakow are gone crackers.
They're not very good, are they? Should we move on?
They're no Haiti. No,
again, I don't think they're really good. Unfortunately,
into this because although it took Germany a while because it was 1-1 at one stage, but it ended up like it was a walkover for them, wasn't it? In the end,
yeah. When you get, have you ever driven a Mercedes Benz? I've driven a Mercedes.
I have, no.
Right.
No.
So Mercedes Benz, it's so fluid when you go from first into second into third into fourth into fifth into sixth. It goes like it's just a beautiful car. It just glides. Everything just works. The German team used to be like that, where they just seem to connect the dots, and it used to go. It used to be something special. Nowadays, the German team is like a broken down Volkswagen that somebody stuck something in the exhaust pipe, and it takes a bit of time to get going. It's not the German efficiency anymore, is it? Which is actually quite good for the rest of the world, to be perfectly honest.
There you go. Talksprung durch Technik, whatever they say.
Yes.
Netherlands 2, Japan 2.
Not a surprise. Japan are a good side.
Kind of. I would have expected Netherlands to win it, but yeah, fair play to Japan. Again, they could, the one of my two dark horses.
Yeah, Japan.
Next round, get your round in. Ivory Coast 1, Ecuador 0. Not really.
No, Ecuador are shit.
No.
Let's move on.
No. Tunisia 5. Sweden 5. Tunisia 1. A magical performance from Potter's team.
In all honesty, Sweden sneaked through to this World Cup. You know, to be fair, they shouldn't really be here at this
Yeah.
World Cup. However, the change of manager and Potter has seemed to get everything working. He seems to have a bit of a knack with the Swedes, don't he?
Mm.
Ulrika Johnson's probably knocking on his door soon. But yeah,
Allegedly.
I don't know what Ulrika Johnson does anymore. But she used to do Gladiators, didn't she? Gladiator.
And she used to do that sounded nothing like her. But she
No, that
used
was
to
John Anderson. He's dead now.
she used to do the weather.
Oh, did she? Oh, there we go.
Good Morning
See,
Britain. That's how she made her name. Yeah.
see, Chris.
Then she used to do Sven for a while, apparently as well.
Oh,
Who's also
yes,
dead.
yeah, see, Chris is
But
watch
an
your.
easy win for Sweden.
Yeah, moving back to the football because we've gone off on a tangent there. Yeah, easy win for Sweden. Tunisia aren't very good either.
No, no. Look again. How to get 5 million? I said it tonight. How to get 5 million extra followers on X? It's sign up for Cape Verde and go in goal and get a draw against the favourite Spain.
That's a big surprise.
I think it's the biggest of the World Cup so far, isn't it?
Yes, although if you look at Cape Verde's record in the African Cup of Nations more recently, and I mean in the last two African Cup of Nations, they've actually done very well. So this might not be as big a surprise that they're gonna be tough to beat as you think. I am going to say it now. I think they're going to get through to the round of 32.
Did Spain? I don't know if you've ever. Do you ever watch? And if you don't, do follow her on YouTube and Instagram. It's a lady called Stunt Peg. Her proper name is Neve.
Yes, I do watch
Yeah,
Stumpeg. Yes.
yeah. She is a Bolton Wanderers fan, but my God, I mean, she's been on Sky regularly.
Yeah.
She's one of those that has transcended YouTube into mainstream journalism. And she does some very, very. I mean, she's a Bolton fan, but she does very, very little on Bolton. You know,
Bolton.
she'll turn up at
That's
weird
Peter
games.
Gay.
I didn't. Oh, I didn't get that. You probably thought, but it was actually in Cape Verde, and that's how I realised it's called Cape Verde and not Cape Verde.
How
It's
bloody
Cape Verde,
dare you?
you know. But
He's not watched Max and Paddy.
no, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about. If you were a horse, I could have you put down.
Have you not
She was
watched Max and
actually-
Paddy's Road to Nowhere?
You've gone off on a tangent again. Come on back. Talk Cape Verde. And Stuntpeg was in Cape Verde while that game was being played, and she was going along different bars and what have you with all the locals. Do check it out. Lovely, lovely people by the look of it, the Cape Verdes, but or whatever they're called. But well done to them. Whatever happens, that will be their piece of World Cup history.
It's meant to be one of the most beautiful countries in the world. So yes, do you know what?
I
It's a
see
country.
that, but then again, she wasn't showing me the beaches or anything like
Yeah,
that.
it's meant to be beautiful. It's meant to be beautiful. The beaches are meant to be gorgeous. You can't, and this is an actual fact, and it's the same for Ray Union, which is in the same area. It's against the law to swim in the sea, though.
Because of sharks, jellyfish, and all of
Jaws.
them.
Have you not seen their badge? It's got a shark on it. You know,
I thought you were going to break into some Indian film there, some Bollywood extravaganza.
that was quite a bad shark impression, weren't it?
It wasn't very bad. Right. Well done to Cape Verde anyway.
Yes.
It'll be Spain's embarrassment for many, many years. Belgium won, Egypt won. Belgium doing Belgium, really, weren't they?
Yeah, I think they'll get better.
Mm.
Belgium, especially when they wear the best kit at the World Cup.
Moving on. Saudi Arabia won. Uruguay won. Yeah, it was a bit of a surprise. I would have expected Uruguay to have got something there.
They're not very good, Uruguay.
No.
Yeah, um, I had a little look at them before, and to be honest, we of course we played them fairly recently, and we didn't do very well against them ourselves. But they haven't been very good, recently. So Uruguay, um, I'm I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised. If that makes sense.
That's sitting on the fence. Get them
Well,
nailed out the
no,
arse, eh?
no, I'm surprised because it's Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, you can't really say it's the hotbed of football,
No, no.
um, but
Despite
at the
what they're
same
trying to
time,
do.
I'm surprised how shit Uruguay are.
Mm. I would have liked New Zealand to do well, but I am going to say well done to Iran because of everything that America is putting them through to be at this World Cup and to play at this World Cup. They got a point off New Zealand, twice being behind and coming back to get a point. Well done, Iran.
To be honest, it's a game between two whipping boys, and to be honest,
Mm.
both of them aren't going to really do much in this World Cup.
France 3, Senegal 1. Not a surprise at all, was it?
No, Senegal did put up a fight, to be honest, though. But France, they're one of the three favourites.
Yeah.
So yes, I am not surprised at all.
And finally, because the games from Wednesday and Thursday will go through later in a bit of detail, Iraq 1, Norway 4. And I will say this now. I will take your Belgium away kit and I will wipe my arse with it if you give me a Norway home shirt. I absolutely love that.
It is fairly nice, actually. I didn't realise how nice it was until I saw it on
Yeah.
the pitch. Um, no, not a surprise for me. Iraq,
No, it wasn't a
they
surprise at
they
all.
had to go through like the playoffs to get into this World Cup.
Mm.
Um, yeah, not a surprise.
I mean, I'm just looking there, when we said this, when you look at that,
Mm.
and it is only the first game, but that's what we're looking at. But when you look at that and you think, well, no, the South Americans and the Europeans, some of them have made slow starts. Spain should have whipped Kiraku's arse.
No,
Um,
Spain, Cape
and
Verde. Yeah,
Cape
get them bloody
Cape Verde
right.
arse. Um, but it says here group stage points for each federation. So UEFA's got 1.93 points per game.
Mm.
CONMEBOL, which I'm not sure where CONMEBOL is that Australia?
Volleyball is the no South America.
South? Oh, is it? Okay, 1.67. CONCAF, that
That's
might
North
be.
America.
That's North America. 1.17. CAF 1. AFC 1. That's not AFC Bournemouth before we say.
No,
And OFC 1 as well. Okay. Hydration breaks.
oh, here we go.
Go on.
Here we go.
I'm going to have to just nip off a minute and get something. So you talk
Oh,
hydration breaks.
hang on. He's going to go for a hydration break himself, is he?
I am.
Yeah.
You carry
Hang on.
on.
Don't play any Taylor Swift whilst you're doing it, because I'll tell you what, it's absolute. Yeah, hydration breaks, in all honesty, are a bloody nightmare. You know, I understand it when it's somewhere really, really hot, but when, for example, in our game with Croatia yesterday, it was completely unnecessary. The temperature was a temperature on a warm March day over here. It wasn't anything, special. And they made out that it had to be the continuity because everybody's doing it, they have to do it. Bollocks. I call bollocks on that because at the end of the day, why they have to do it is because they have got sponsors that they need to actually fulfill. And in all honesty, hydration breaks do not need to happen. They don't need to happen. Understand, why don't they just go to a goal and, like all the drinks put round the back of the goal, they go there. Nope, they have to go over to the bench. We have to listen to Taylor Swift, Britney Spears, whatever rubbish they want to put on there. And then we, have waste 6 minutes doing that, and then the real football starts again. Hydration breaks are absolute rubbish. And to be honest, Chris's hydration break here is more exciting because I'm actually talking to you and I'm talking sense without
First
him.
fucking
Oh,
time
sorry,
ever.
Chris. I didn't realise you were there. But yeah,
I
hydration
did
breaks.
actually need a bit of a hydration break because my fan stopped working. So I
Oh,
had to go
fair
get
enough.
another fan.
Well,
Um,
like I was saying,
mm,
I don't think hydration breaks are a good thing. I
okay.
honestly don't. And,
How
like
will
I
you
say,
feel if somebody dies?
well, yesterday in Dallas, it was like a warm March day over here.
Yes.
It was not bloody needed. Why they did it
Who
yesterday
decides?
is
Who
because of
decides when
sponsors.
it's needed? Who decides when it's needed?
The referee.
How can you have one game that stops for a night? Right. Let's say I don't know.
Same for
Let,
both
let,
teams. Same for both teams.
yes, it
Same
is.
for Croatia
Okay.
and same for
Let's have
us.
a look, and let's say England, Croatia, Ghana, Panama. Okay, our group. Final game of the season. England are playing Panama, not in an air conditioned thing, and Ghana are playing Croatia in an air conditioned one with the roof shut.
Mm.
We can have a hydration break because it's hot. It's
Yeah,
only a certain degree.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that hydration break gives Tuchel a chance to talk to his players. It takes them a chat, and that's another point. But it gives them a chance to do that.
Mm.
Ghana don't have a hydration break,
No, they
and,
didn't need
and
one
end up being
yesterday.
a draw.
It was bloody
Therefore,
raining.
therefore, it's unfair. It's like having VAR at one match and no VAR at another.
Their fans, Ghana and Panama fans, booed it. Now, Ghana, I'm not being funny, Chris, but Ghana players play in the bloody heat. I've
But
never been to Ghana, but
you
it's a
can't
bloody hot
have.
country.
Yes, it is, but you can't have one rule for one game and not the same rule for another game.
It's all
Could
about
you have
sponsors.
two? Could you have two? Did we discuss this the other day as well?
Yeah, but why? If it wasn't about sponsorship, why is it all sponsored by Powerade? Why do we have to listen
Well,
to Taylor
you
Swift,
must be
what do you
you
call it,
must.
Billie
I don't know
Eilish, and all that
because
shit?
I watched ITV the other night, and during the hydration break, I didn't see one advert,
That's because
and
it's
that's
all on the
our
screens, and then
commercial.
it's playing the
That
music, and
that's our,
those
no,
musicians and
no.
those artists get paid.
We had commentary over it. What they do at the stadium, we can't help. It's America. We're in
Yeah,
America.
well, yeah, but
Yeah, but no,
it's
but.
Americanized, Chris. It's
Yes, we're in
stupid.
America. What do
It's
you
bloody
fucking think it
stupid.
is?
No,
Come to
Chris.
England. It's like saying come to England, but oh no, you can't have meat pies at work grounds. No, you can't do that. No, it has to be 5-star beef burgers. Thank you,
Mm,
Matthew. Thank you. It's got to, and now whether they're right or not is another story, but you can't have one on. I say it's like having two semi-finals, and because it's a championship side, you don't have VAR, and the other one does have VAR. You can't have that. Now, what I will agree
mm.
with on these hydration breaks is don't let them go anywhere near the fucking coaches. You have that hydration break either on the other side of the pitch
Yes, agree with
or
this.
in the goals.
In the goals,
Yeah,
makes sense. In
where
the goals,
there is
yes.
absolutely no stories. Now, somebody came on to me the other day, I don't know if it was you or somebody else, and said, No, yeah, but you know what it does? It breaks up the game. Whole fucking shame. Players have been going down, holding their heads when they were kicked in the balls for about the last 25 million years to break up the games. So it's nothing new. It's just that it's this now. And as Jack Charlton said last time in America, he had an argument with FIFA who said you can't have hydration breaks.
Yeah,
He failed to pull his team out and said, "What are you going to do when somebody dies?" Because I tell you
I
something,
agree with that, but that was when it was in a hot location. Toronto and Dallas, Ghana and Panama,
but
they
one thing,
booed it
how
as
can you do
well.
it in some games and not in others? Because the games where it doesn't happen, they're not. The games where it's
Well, they're not going to
happening.
sell the sponsorship, are they?
It's not all about
It's all for
sponsorship.
America.
It's not
It's
all
all for
about
America
fucking. What's it? I don't get this fucking
on Fox
sponsorship
and all
with
that.
you.
And no doubt they are selling
BBC and
some bloody car or
ITV do not
something.
show adverts during the hydration break. So why are you
Well, they
getting
will
so
on
fucking
TV.
wound
They
up
will on
about?
TV. They will in the stadium. It'll
Well,
be
yeah, but we're not in the
sponsored by
stadium.
Sprite or
Are
bollocks
you
like that.
sorry? Are you coming live from Dallas? Sorry, I thought you were in camp. In Paul. Sorry, I didn't realise you'd flown over there. What does it matter? You're not. Go for a piss yourself. Go and put the kettle on. For
Ah!
fuck's sake. You don't have to sit there and watch it all. Now, or even, send the missus to make one if you're too fucking lazy to do it
But
yourself.
we haven't. If a team has momentum, it can be broken up by that.
Yes, it can be broken up by some two-arse foreign player going down when he's not been touched. And the referee, because he's holding his head, he may have been kicked in the balls, but he's holding his head, so the referee has to stop it. Of course, that's doing exactly the same thing, but that is actually cheating. I
Italy
remember,
aren't at this
we
World
played
Cup.
Burnley one time in the Premier League, or I think it was the Premier League, and we took one of their players. Well, we fouled one of their players. It was actually off the pitch, and do you know what he did? He shuffled back onto the pitch to stop the game.
That's wrong.
Now, so there's no difference. I mean, this hydration, I agree, shouldn't go anywhere near the managers. But yes, when we get home and we're playing in January, no, you don't have a hydration break. There has to be a certain level of degree. But if the next World Cup was in England, we'd probably say, unless it's a really, really hot summer, no hydration breaks. But because of where it is, we're going to have hydration breaks. And if it doesn't, you can't have it for some and not for others. That's the only thing. Christian Eriksen with his, and look, I had a heart attack. I can't go
Yeah.
and sit out in the sun really because it gets your heart racing to try and keep your body
Yeah.
cool. And you can't. Christian Eriksen would be dead if he came and played a game in this World Cup with no hydration break.
Yeah, I do. I see. I get the point about that.
Now, America
I do
are
get the
used
point
it.
about that when
Yeah.
it is boiling hot. The thing is players throughout the season. You can't tell me Madrid is a hot place. It's probably on par with some of those stadiums in America. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the season if it doesn't reach those sort of temperatures. What do players do? They can still get a drink. What they'll do, they'll grab a drink from the side, down that. A lot of them, and believe it or not, they will swig it and then spit it out because it actually nourishes that way better than actually having a full stomach. That is that's where I'm going to is that players, if there's drinks bottles put around the stadium at some point, that could work actually better than these hydration breaks. I understand for the hot locations, not for Toronto, not for Dallas. No.
Sorry, I'm just
No.
you.
That's fair enough. Hey,
You know.
football's all about opinions,
I
isn't it?
mean, of
That's the
course
thing.
it is. Of course it is. I
Yeah.
just don't think you can have one rule for one and one rule for another in the same competition. That is
You love
the
me,
thing.
really, even though I
You
disagree
know,
with you.
I have a soft spot for you. It's a swamp at the bottom of the garden. But I also agree with you about getting it somewhere where there's no coaching, and maybe 3 minutes is too long. Maybe it should just be 2 minutes or something. The fact that it breaks the game up, that is a poor excuse, because the players will do that themselves. How often have Bournemouth been on top of a team and the other team's goalkeepers? I mean, we know goalkeepers go down. Oh, I've got cramp! I've got cramp! Oh, get on! The guy's got to come running on and what have you, and the game stopped, and the momentum's all gone out the window. So,
Yeah, there is
you
that
know,
side of things, but
I mean, if you don't like a bit of music, and obviously you're not a Swiftie,
no,
I actually
I
quite
don't
like
think there's anybody who's a Swiftie that is over the age of 16, because I think it's designed for kids, isn't it? You like Taylor Swift?
In my DJ mode, I will play a bit of Taylor Swift. I don't
Oh,
mind her. I discovered her when I was doing the radio show because
do you
somebody
play Britney
requested the song.
Spears?
Yes, I'm all inclusive on my radio show. Do I play Motorhead? No.
Do you play Queen? Do you play Stone Roses? Do
No,
you
I play
play
Queen. I'll play Queen. No Stone Roses. It's a morning show. The last thing you want is Stone Roses blasting out into
Prodigy?
your. Oh
Red
my
Hot
God,
Chili
no,
Peppers?
no, no. The Red Hot Chili Peppers might slip the odd one in
Guys,
there.
Chris, we've just realised Chris has got a shit taste in music.
No,
He
I have
once
to
did
play.
Eurovision.
I have to play
I
music
know, I'm
for
joking.
him to wake up to, and I quite like a bit of Taylor. Don't tell him which bit. That's the stuff between me and her.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I heard Taylor Swift, I'd be going straight over to
Mm.
Radio X or something like that, but never mind. Yeah, there we go.
Again, it's like football. It's
Yeah.
all different. Yeah. So, and the fact that if they play music or carry advert, it's like Eurovision. You mentioned Eurovision. In some countries, they have adverts during the show. So what do the BBC do? They give it over to Graham Norton to yabber on for 3 minutes while the adverts are played. It's
Hmm.
it's unfortunately how it is.
Yeah.
Right, we'll move on quickly. Right, this top scorers. I mean, the big boys have sort of bought their game, if you like. Lionel Messi 3, Kai Havertz 2, Kylian Mbappe 2, Erling Haaland 2, Harry Kane 2. Funny enough, there's not a Spaniard in there. We'll talk Harry Kane more in a second, but Lionel Messi. I mean, he got 3. He could have had 4, couldn't he?
Yeah, to be honest, I would have been very disappointed, considering how well Harry
Mm,
Kane did in the first half. If Harry Kane, if he was playing Algeria, didn't get a third goal. To be honest, Messi, very, very good class act still. Kylian Mbappe, again,
mm,
outstanding. Kai Havertz, one of those was a penalty, playing Caracol. Make of that what you will.
yeah,
But yeah, um, I think, they have bought their A game.
yeah,
And, hopefully Harry can take away the golden boot like he did a couple of years back in
yeah.
Russia. So, yeah, there's no reason why he can't,
No, no.
considering our next 2 games, and really compete with Lionel Messi. But yeah,
Just looking here, the most shots has been by Arda Güler from Turkey, who's had 8 shots but no goals. The next person with the most shots is Mr. Harry Kane with 7 and 2 goals. Then you've got Lionel Messi, 6 shots and 3 goals. Then you got Sung Hung Min taking his Tottenham. Well, he's not at Tottenham anymore, is he? So I can't
no,
pick that
he's
of him.
not.
6 shots and no goals. So XG, Lionel Messi 1.05, Harry Kane 1.03, Song Hyun Min 1.01. So, the old ones are coming.
Well, Harry was
Yeah.
up against a very good goalkeeper yesterday, so yeah,
Mm,
I think, to be honest, if it wasn't for that goalkeeper, it would have been a lot more, especially in that first 20 minutes of that second half.
mm.
That's what I'm on about. If, say, for example, Simons isn't having a great day for Spain, we could absolutely wipe the floor with them in that 20 minutes and make it very, very difficult for them to come back. That's why what happened yesterday was very exciting.
Ivory Coast Wahi, I think he's been allowed into Canada now. He wasn't allowed at one point.
Mm.
Ivory Coast international Ali Wahi will be allowed into Canada for his country's World Cup group game against Germany, on Saturday after earlier being denied entry. The Nice forward, I think that's Nice, not nice. The Nice forward was reportedly arrested last month before the World Cup over alleged involvement in spot fixing in Ligue 1. Oh, now he did start Sunday's World Cup opener against Ecuador in the win over Ecuador, in fact.
It's an accusation, though.
Has been accused of deliberately earning a yellow card while playing for Nice against Metz.
It's an accusation. Who knows what it's going to be. I think the authorities need to decide on that rather than ban him for something that could be speculation.
I would have said innocent until proved guilty, personally.
Exactly.
But,
exactly.
Yeah. Right now, then, this is interesting. This is the news that I really wanted to come to because I like a World Cup of firsts, right? It's the first time that this has happened. It's the first time that has happened. But this is the first time that a manager has actually been sacked during the World Cup. And to be sacked after just one game. Oh my God. I mean, all right, I know Sweden put 5 past them, but come on. I mean, what the hell is going on there? Hervé Renard has been appointed until the end of the tournament. First manager to leave a World Cup game. First manager to leave a World Cup after just one game. There may have been another manager that was fired later on. But come on, Tunisia, what are you doing?
Wow, it's a weird one, isn't it? I don't know if this is really gonna. Yeah, I don't really know if this is gonna.
I mean, I think to me,
it doesn't know players
to go out.
I cannot see them. I cannot see them going through. I think if you want to make a change on a manager, you make that change before the competition starts. And to be honest, his managerial background, he's managed quite a lot of countries. Morocco, he's managed Saudi Arabia.
All the top countries, then.
Yeah, well, it was. It's. In all honesty, it's a bit of a joke. Believe it or not, he started his managerial career at Cambridge United, of all places.
Wow, what a history he's got, eh?
Yes.
But I think it's like, I mean, from the player's point of view, I mean, I'd be like, what's going on? That's going to completely disrupt that. To me, it's just having. I mean, look, all right, 5-1. You think possibly we're going home. Well, you're Tunisia. You weren't probably going to go through anyway. But you're just going to be embarrassing now, unless this new guy comes in and he's suddenly Alex Ferguson Mark II. It's just going to completely disrupt everything.
Chris, he isn't. He really is not.
No, I'm saying
if you look at Hervé Renard's actual career in management, he only lasted 6 bloody games at Cambridge United.
Oh, he was from Cambridge. Sorry, I thought you meant the other guy.
No. He was manager of Cambridge United. He only managed 6 games for him. He nearly got a team that was, fairly decent in Ligue 1. Nearly got them relegated. He did get them relegated as well. Just reading Wikipedia. He went to You
And
know,
then I thought you were really knowledgeable then.
yeah, he went to the Ivory Coast. He did win 2 competitions with the Ivory Coast, but let's be perfectly honest. It's a bloody stupid thing to do,
It is. It
and
is.
he's gonna spend probably less games with Tunisia than he did
Cambridge.
Cambridge United. So
Yeah.
yeah, move on.
A weird one, a totally and utterly weird one. I just don't get it. All it's going to do is absolutely just mess with all the players' heads, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going to say that the other big thing that happened yesterday.
I want to get one of those World Cups now. I do want to
Sorry?
get one. I want to get one of those World Cups.
You would.
Right.
I tell you what, TikTok shop. It was about 15 quid. I've got the big one there. Do check the sizes out because some of them are only about that tall, and you look bloody stupid.
Yeah.
It's coming home. It's coming home.
But yeah,
Hey, it's got all the winners on the bottom as well.
I know you've shown me that.
Haven't I? I've shown you my bottom before, have I?
Oh, for God's sake. But yeah, I've got to be honest. This, like I was saying, this is the best performance that we've had that I've
Yeah.
seen from an England side in my lifetime.
Yes. Agreed. If only, I would say the only thing that would have improved it was if they'd had maybe a better captain. I mean, I'm not saying anything, but
Oh my God! Yes, you know, I think you're a bit old for it, to be honest, Chris.
I know, and I apologise. I know that doesn't come anywhere close to.
I wish he
How many
wouldn't.
times did you? I was watching it back, and you got that fucking Belgian shirt on about 7 times onto the screen. So that's I'm counting. But yeah, what a performance! And
Yeah.
look, like I say, I wasn't judging Tuchel on what he'd done so far because he should have fucking got us qualified. That group we're in. Can I see? I can still see you still buzzing from yesterday. Oh yes, Prashant. Oh yes, what a performance! I was only distracted because I was booking a coach to London midway through the second half because it flashed
Oh,
up.
for God's sake!
It
Why
was
did
in
you
a
do
sale.
that?
I didn't want to miss the sale.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Okay.
Yeah, I don't think he's going. But yeah, that half. So I didn't want to judge Tuchel on that because he should have got us through. He should have. You could have managed.
Well, he did.
Could have got us through.
Yes.
Then we had the couple of friendlies. Well, didn't go so well, did it? And then I saw the 2 games that we played before. Pre-World Cup friendlies, and that was a bit embarrassing, to be honest with you. But look, the heat and everything. But this game, and it's interesting that it was air conditioned, the roof was shut, still had the hydration break.
Yeah.
I mean, there's never a good time to concede an equaliser, but just before half time, obviously, is not good. I have to say, we do a thing on our watch-alongs called the ham sandwich. Hey, Elevator, how you doing, mate?
Oh my God! He's going to tell me about the ham sandwich now. This is going to.
I am about the ham sandwich because the ham sandwich that I would award to that match was John Stones. He was a definite see you next Tuesday. And you know why? I'm not sure. I think it was the second goal. The ball came to us. Now, this is a guy who earns his living as a defender at a Premier League Cup and for his national team.
I don't think anybody deserves it.
He did. Do you know what he did when that shot was going towards the goal? He went, "Oh, Mum, don't hurt me, I want to turn me back." Fuck off, John Stones. If you can't take a ball on your chest or whatever, oh dear.
I don't think any of the players deserve your ham sandwich, Chris.
He does, because if he stood in the way, and I think something else as well. That's the reason Leicester won the FA Cup.
I think
Because one of them
that there was a lot of really good effort, from every single player. So
Well, maybe
yeah,
if he'd put a little bit more effort in on that shot, we'd have gone in at half time 2-1.
you could say that, but to be honest, I put the second one down to Conser. But I'm not going to knock a single player because I think that performance in that second half deserves full recognition, and
Yes.
it's the best performance from an England side in my lifetime.
Yeah.
I'll say that now. We play like that against Brazil, we're beating them. We play like that against France, we're competing with them. We play like that against Spain. It depends what Spain turns up, but if the one against Cape Verde Islands turns up, we're beating them.
Yeah.
Argentina, we're beating them. Let's be honest.
You could have just said there, you could have cut that right down and just said, we'll beat all the top teams.
Yeah, France concern me, but I think we're capable, more than capable.
Elevator says the USA, my country, also did very well. We did speak about that
Yes,
earlier, mate,
yeah,
and hopefully we'll keep it up versus Australia. I've actually got America going all the way to the quarterfinals, but I think I then had you meeting Brazil, and I think that would then be the end of it. But I've got you going through to the quarterfinals as well on that. And he says, France, Spain, Argentina would all beat England. Sorry, Chris. I never said that. He said that, and that's great.
no.
That's
I
him and the
not
double chins.
not this time round. Not this time round. I think.
Are we getting
that-
carried away? I mean, it was a good game. Good game. It was a good. That was my Bruce Forsyth, by the way. That second half. I mean, I've got to say that second half was probably the best I've seen England play for a long, long time.
we're not getting carried away. I think this is what we need to do if we want to win this World Cup. If we want to win a World Cup or a Euros, not playing like Southgate is the way we're going to win it.
I mean you've got to remember as well that we're not playing a Ghana. Oh, we are next, aren't we? Obviously. What I mean is we're not playing. That was the wrong example there.
Yeah, but Croatia are a good side. Croatia will go through in second.
Yeah, we're not playing a Cape Verde. We're not playing a Curaçao. We're playing the 11th best team in the world according to FIFA, and we absolutely demolished them. We had more shots on target than they had shots.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that second half, and like I say, this is where I come into agreement with you, because Southgate, that second half would not have happened under Southgate.
100%. Let's give their keeper credit as well. Their keeper, Croatia's goalkeeper, was excellent.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. But
let's be honest, it could well have been 7-2 if he wasn't in that goal.
Yeah, like Germany. I think Germany looked good as well. Look, they were playing Curaçao. You can't judge. If we'd had our opening game against Panama and we won that 4-0, I wouldn't be this excited. Like I said, his 4th versus 11th in the world. Curaçao, I mean, Germany's in the top 10, Curaçao's in the bottom 10. Well, probably not, but you know what I'm saying. I have to say, one person who's a very, very, very lucky boy is Harry Kane. That penalty, the first penalty, and I hate this. This is one of the rules
I was going to say now.
I hate this. Goalkeepers can move side to side, but can't move off the line. And in fact, it wasn't that really made the penalty be retaken as it happened. And I didn't realise this until, because obviously it didn't really show it on telly.
I know
whoever's going to take the penalty should not be able to stop mid run up, because by doing that, you're making the goalkeeper go one way, and then you can just put it in the opposite side unless you have
that is a tactic. That's a tactic.
That's cheating in my eyes.
I don't think it is. However, I would not recommend doing it because every time he bloody does that, the goalkeeper saves it. So it's not a very tactic that works.
No,
The
no.
goalkeeper, right? If you imagine, a goalkeeper runs out of their goal and down towards the ball when a player is running one on one to make that goal look smaller. That's what it's all about. If you move off your line, you make the goal look smaller. This is why, and I've read about this on why this is the goalkeepers have to stay on the line. You are making that goal smaller. It deserved to be retaken. The goalkeeper moved before the ball was touched by Harry Kane. He had moved into a forward position. Guardiola also, as a secondary point, had also started to move before Harry Kane touched that ball. So therefore, the actual size of that goal had decreased in size. It's only when the ball is struck can you move forwards, but really your best option is to go either left, right, or stand in the middle as a goalkeeper.
I'm going to say now that that whole speech you've just given is rubbish because I watched Sky earlier and they had Dermot Gallagher on, who does the ref watch for them. I think it's
Yeah,
Dermot Gallagher, the thin, bald guy. The reason that that penalty was retaken was because there was a Croatian player encroaching into the area
yeah, Guardiola. Yeah, like
before.
I'm
Oh, was
saying.
that Gordy? Sorry, I thought it was.
Yeah,
That was the reason, not the goalkeeper. I have absolutely no problem that the goalkeeper has got to stay on the line. Players should not be allowed to come into the box, but
100%.
but the strikers should not do all this. I mean, all right, watch Chloe Kelly for the women. She does the skip beforehand. That's fine. But all this stopping and doing that, no, that's cheating in my eyes. You take a penalty, you run up as far as you want, you have as long a run as you want, and you take the penalty. None of this stopping or whatever, anything like that. Doesn't always work, I
Mm,
grant you. It's like the Panenka doesn't always work. It looks good when it comes off. But, this stopping, you're giving yourself an advantage over the goalkeeper, and you shouldn't have that advantage.
Chris, I've got to disagree with this. In the rules, you have to stay on your line. If the
No, no,
ball,
no, I'm agreeing with you
once
on
the
the
ball is
goalkeeper.
kicked, hang on,
No,
once the
no,
ball is
I'm not
kicked,
arguing with the goalkeeper about the goalkeeper. He has to stay on his line. I agree.
yeah, once the ball is kicked, then that's a different thing. But the thing is he moved beforehand. He made it smaller. Um, Dermot Gallagher is probably making the point about what is what is flagged up a lot of times in the Premier League when this sort of thing happens, and that's encroachment into the box. Um,
Because
but
I
there
don't
was
think
two
you can say
offences.
that that goalkeeper was 100% off his line. When you look at that, the back of his heel might still have been on the line. But yes, I agree 100%. We don't have an argument. The keeper has to stay on his line. Harry Kane or whoever's taken the penalty should not stop midway because, like I said, the goalkeeper's committed by then. And then you see Messi do it. You see all these players do it. They
It's part of the
stop.
game. It's part of the
Yeah,
game.
but I'm just saying, in my opinion, that's cheating. They're not breaking any rules. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I don't like it, and I
It's
think
up
it
to
should
the
go.
player if they decide to slam it, if they decide to do,
Yeah, but they shouldn't. They should. It should
stop,
be one long run
chip
up.
it. Of course, Jan
Yeah,
Kermigan did that for you, didn't he?
yeah, yeah.
I don't want to remind you of that, but
Thank
you
you.
know, there was. It's
But
up
yeah,
to the player.
it's up to how they take it. But when they're running up to the ball, don't stop. Don't stop and have a picnic on the way and have a drink. Is it right that as a goalkeeper, so a player that's running up can actually physically, well, not physically stop, you're not allowed to,
It's
but
part of the tactics.
no, I know, but it's to my mind. I'm not saying it's illegal. I'm not saying it's illegal. What I'm saying is, in my eyes, that is cheating.
No,
Because by
I
then,
disagree.
well, we will agree to disagree on that one.
Yes.
But to my mind, the goalkeeper's made his decision 9 times out of 10 to go one way, and then the player puts it into the side. Now, Harry Kane was very, very lucky because he wouldn't have known the guy behind him was encroaching. And it was a weak penalty. It was a rubbish penalty. Thank God he got a second chance, and the second penalty went in. I also don't agree with this. You know, when a player slips and you touch the ball twice, and I think Beth Mead did it for England in the women's final in the
Yeah.
Euros. That should be allowed because it's not done on purpose. But that's another show for another night.
Yeah, we're
So,
going into
we won.
what ifs,
Be
maybes
honest
there.
with you, we won, and that's all that matters. Croatia.
Yes.
This was going to be the difficult game. I've got to say, well done, Thomas Tuchel. That second half, don't know what you gave them at half time. Maybe they gave them all a Viagra, or Jamie Vardy was in the background handing out Red Bulls. Who knows? But whatever you did at half time, it was a success. And you had the balls, and I would still give him credit if we'd drawn or lost it, because he had the balls to make those changes.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Talking of England's route to the final, this is it. This is how we can. This is how we go. First of all, we'll come against the potential Group K runner-up. Now, interestingly, do you know who's in Group K?
Go on.
I don't know. No, I was hoping you could tell.
Oh, I thought you was going to bloody tell me what was in
No,
Group
I
K.
don't know.
Oh,
I
bloody
didn't
useless, didn't
realise.
you? I'll tell you what, we're going to find out what's in Group K, but then again, we might get a third place team, so that's what you've got to consider. It is Colombia, Congo DR, Portugal, Uzbekistan. However, it depends on the combination. Now,
Yeah.
of course, 8 teams go through.
Hmm.
There is a combination that needs to happen that England would get one of those 8 teams. There is a
Yeah.
possibility still out there that will be one of the 8 teams that won't get one of those 8 teams
Well,
that
let me
finish
just
third.
read this to you.
Go on.
If England top Group L, they would face one of the 8 teams who were qualified for the knockouts in third place. As long as we top the group, all we're going to get is a third place, and I'm reading it here.
That's an if. That's an if.
Oh yeah, no. I'm saying it. That's why I said it. I said if England top Group L, clues in what I said there. If England top Group L, they would face one of the teams who are qualified.
I'm sure
for the
there's a
knockouts in
combination
third
to
place.
this. Hang on.
Now there are hundreds. Here we go. There are hundreds, 495 in fact, of different combinations to detect which table-topping team a third-place nation faces, depending on which group they come from. But we do know that England will face a team who finishes third in Group E, H, I, J, or K. So,
Yes, you are right, sir. Sorry, I do stand
sorry,
corrected.
what did you say then?
Yes, you are right.
Thank you.
Yes, if we
Everybody that's
finish
watching does not
second,
know how much
if we
that
finish
hurts.
second, we come up against the runner-up in Group K. So runner-up Group L, runner-up Group K. However, if we do win the group, like you say, those groups now. Based on the supercomputer, and they did this 100 times, the most likely is actually from Group K, funny enough. So it's funny that you've said that group. And the supercomputer worked it out as the Democratic Republic of Congo as the most likely competitors, which, to be honest, is not going to be the easiest of matches.
No, but it's not going to be the hardest either. If we
Well,
play
we'll
like
come
we
on
did
to
in
the
that
Portugal
second,
Congo game in a
yeah.
minute.
But
But
if we come on to that, yeah. But let's be honest with you, you're not telling me that if we play DR Congo that we're not do. Come on and do the Congo.
dear, please never do that again.
But what I'm saying is, you're not saying that if we play Spain that wouldn't be harder. Of course, course it would.
Right. I tell you what, though, there is a little bit of a fault on this graphic because the last 16, you've got potential Group J winner. It's not. It's Group A winner. So Group A winner or third in Group C, E, F, H, and I will be paired up. Now, I've just worked this out as well. And who's in Group A? You tell me.
Says here, if England make it past the round of 32, it
Don't
gets a
worry
little
about the
bit
graphic. I'm
easier
look.
to predict their next
I've got
opponent.
FIFA's website up here. I've worked
Next
it out.
up, well, I know I'm just reading this. Next up, for everybody who can't see your website that's watching it, next up it would either be the winners of Group A
Yes, correct.
or the best placed third team from Group C, E, F, H, or I in Mexico City. Again, a
Yes.
game that kicks off at 1 a.m. in the UK.
Right.
Mexico are favourites to top a group that also features South Africa, Korea, and Czechia, while possible
Yes.
third place opponents include Scotland, Japan, and Sweden.
We could have to knock out. We could have to knock out one of the hosts at that point. And if I'm a betting man, which I'm not,
I'm
but
not. I'm not a betting man. I'm not from Tibet. You know
if
that.
if I'm a betting man, I would say that 90% would be Mexico. There is the possibility that could be South Korea, but I reckon it will be Mexico. So we will have to knock out one of the hosts. But
Yeah.
it gets even more interesting when you get to the winner of Group C versus the runner-up of Group F. They will play the runner-up of Group E or the runner-up of Group I in East Rutherford, and then we play them in Miami Gardens. And this is where
This is the
I
quarter final, I believe,
yes,
you're talking about,
this is where we
where
play
we
Brazil.
could face Brazil.
Yes, and I'm going to say something now that might shock you. Ready for it?
You're going to say we could beat Brazil.
I think we could beat Brazil.
Mm.
I'm going to predict here we won't play Brazil based on what I've seen so far.
Well, it says here, while a tennis-style bracket means England would avoid the top three world-ranked sides until the semi-finals, if they get to the quarter-final, then Brazil could be next in line.
I don't think
England's
we'll be
next,
playing Brazil.
no, well, let me finish. England's next opponent will be whoever wins the round of 16 tie in New Jersey on July the 5th. That match will be contested between the Group C winners or the Group F runners-up. I hope you're all following this at home because I'm going to ask you questions at the end. Versus the Group B
Jeez,
runners-up
my
or
mind's
Group
already
I
blown.
runners-up. Brazil look most likely to top Group C unless Morocco pull off a shock. So
There it is.
we'll see.
There it is.
Mm.
There it is. It's not a shock. It will be. I will have. I'm not a betting man, but I would actually say it will be Morocco that will be playing.
Well, if we were to beat whoever we get in that round, the chances are then we could come up in Atlanta against Argentina. Bring on the Argies. And the winner of that, of course, would get sovereignty of the Falkland Islands.
Don't get him too excited. Yeah, to be honest, Argentina, I'd love to put them out. I'd love to put them out.
Wouldn't we all? Wouldn't we
Yeah,
all?
I'd love to dump Argentina out.
Mm.
Can I see Argentina actually getting there? I think it's still early days. Ask me in a week if Argentina are going to get
Then
there.
we would be in the final and the possibility of playing Spain.
Or France.
England have avoided the side of the draw.
Or France.
Fucking stop interrupting.
Or France. Or France. It's going to be one of those two, I think.
Right, let me finish this now. England have avoided the side of the draw where several of their European rivals lie, with Germany, the Netherlands, and Belgium all contenders to make the deep run at this summer's World Cup. The biggest threats, however, look to be, and if arsehole there would let me finish this. Biggest threats, however, look to be France or Spain, who will meet in the semi-final should they make their way through a gauntlet of a bracket. So it could be Spain, but it also could be France. Now, I'm not going to look at what would happen if England came second, because we'll be here till doomsday. So we're moving on. You see, if you'd let me finish, I would have said France.
I think it's going to be between those two.
Which is what I was getting to. Right, very quickly, and I know you don't agree with a lot of these, but what they've done here, this is the BBC. They have ranked every World Cup team based on their first game performance, about where they were in the World Cup. So we are going to start with numbers 41 to 48. We're going to start at the bottom. That's something that Craig likes to do. We're going to start at the bottom. Hey, your good lady says
I'm going to say higher or lower. Right, move on. Come on, hurry up.
Okay, no, that's fine. Yeah, I agree with you. You go for that. But it's based on performance, result, and potential. Number 48. Let's have a look. And I don't have a separate slide for each of these. Kiraku, who lost 7-1 to Germany.
Stick. Yep.
I don't think you can argue with that. 47th, Panama.
Higher, just higher by a bit actually.
Yeah.
Higher
Well,
by a bit. I think
involved
they
in one of the worst games of the World Cup so far.
but they were better than Ghana.
Struck by Ghana's 95th minute winner.
Yeah, higher.
So for me, probably not then. 46, Tunisia, who lost 5-1 to Sweden.
Lower. I think they should be.
I'd probably have swapped Panama and Tunisia over.
Yep.
History makers as this at the manager after the opening game. That's how bad Tunisia were. I would have had Tunisia at number 47. Paraguay, 45th, who lost 4-1 to Elevators USA.
Lower. Panama go up again.
Panama better than Paraguay?
Yes.
No.
Yes, based on what I saw.
Well, no, that's fine. Look, it's football. We're not going to agree on. Well, it'd be nice to agree on anything, wouldn't it? Mike's in. Hi, Mike. How are you doing, sir? Nice to pop in. We appreciate it. 44th, Qatar, who drew 1-1 with Switzerland.
Higher.
I think I agree with you. For fuck's sake, I'm agreeing with you. What's in this vodka? 43rd, South Africa, who lost 2-0 to Mexico.
Lower. Of course, they've lost today as well. Drew today. Yeah, lower.
Today's though.
Yeah.
Uzbekistan are 42nd. They lost 3-1 to Colombia.
Stick.
It says there no lack of guts. Czech Republic 41st. They lost 2-1 to South Korea.
Lower.
Slow and ponderous squandered a lead.
Yeah, lower.
How high would you have Panama? Let's just ask that then. Is it still on this page?
Qatar and Panama would move on to the next page.
Fucking hell, man! I don't know what game you watched when Panama. You didn't watch an old World Cup game, did you?
No, this is honestly what I think. Right, let's go to the next page then.
You be honest. You be honest, sir. So on the next page, we have got at 40. We have got the team that lost 1-0 to the Ivory Coast, Ecuador.
Lower.
Tipped as tournament dark horses, but despite creating a few chances, were disappointing. 39th. Honestly, this. What a wonderful country this is. Iraq, but they did lose 4-1 to Norway.
Lower.
38th, Canada. They drew 1-1 with Bosnia.
Stick.
I see, I'd have them higher. It said they're playing in front of a home crowd but needed a deflected leveller to snatch a late draw. I think in that second half, certainly in the last, once they got that equaliser, they were all over Bosnia, who were one place above them in 37th.
Yeah, Bosnia going lower.
Jordan, who lost 3-1 to Austria.
Lower.
I think she probably would as well. Algeria, 35th. They lost 3-0 to Argentina.
I'm shocked the Algeria is not in the 40s, and low 40s, definitely lower.
I have to say, that was probably the best first 5 minutes of any game I've ever seen at a World Cup. 2 goals, 2 disallowed.
Lower.
Ghana, Group L, beat Panama 1-0.
Lower. I think Panama were unlucky.
Ivory Coast, 33rd, beat Ecuador 1-0.
Higher.
Can I just say, if anybody just joined us, we're not playing a game of play your cards right here, but it might sound like we are.
Yeah. Higher.
32, Austria, who beat Jordan 3-1.
Higher.
Although it did say needed an own goal and a penalty to win, hardly inspiring. And Turkey, who lost 2-0 to Australia, 31st, stunned by
Lots
Australia.
lower. Lot lower.
Lot lower.
Yeah.
Right.
Lower, Bruce. Lower.
Tie me kangaroo down. No, I shouldn't be singing that, should I?
That's Rolf Harris.
27th, Saudi Arabia. That's all now
No,
appear on your...
you've missed Uruguay. God, bloody hell.
Have I?
You can't get it fucking
Well, I know.
started.
Oh no, yeah, I was, because I was laughing because the name you've just mentioned will now appear as a little photograph at the bottom of your your show. 30th, Uruguay drew 1-1 with Saudi Arabia.
Stick.
I hate that team. 29th, South Korea, who beat the Czech Republic 2-1.
Higher.
Says they struggle for periods to break down the Czech Republic. Oh, here we go. This will be higher, higher, and higher, as high as you can go. For have you got a shirt from this team, by the way? Number 28, the team previously known as Haiti, who we now call Craig's favourite. They lost 1-0 to Scotland.
Higher.
Oh no! Oh no! If I was the Tibetan man, there you go. 27, Saudi Arabia drew 1-1 with Uruguay.
Stick.
26, Iran, another wonderful country. Looked flaky
Lot
at the
lower.
back, and they drew 2-2 with New Zealand.
Lot lower.
Okay. New Zealand, 25th, who just drew with the team we just mentioned.
Lot lower.
Switzerland, who drew 1-1 with Qatar.
Lower.
I agree. A lot. That was an awful performance by
Yeah.
Switzerland. 23rd, we've discussed them. We might come up against them in the next rounds. DR Congo, who actually did a really good job and got a 1-1 draw with Portugal.
Higher.
Remember, don't get anything for a pair.
Fucking
Not
bad.
in this game, you don't.
Not in this game, you don't.
Unless you're playing
Fucking
Jordan, of course.
Bloody hell! Is this Butlins or no? Actually, it's not Butlins.
No.
Chris, did you ever do Pontins?
I'm
You
going
were
to say
the fucking entertainers at Pontins.
this is not as good as Butlins. This is Pontins.
Yeah, it's Pontins. Yeah,
Pontins
Yeah.
is absolutely awful.
he was one of the redcoats at Pontins once upon a time, and he don't tell
It's
many
the blue
people that.
coats of Pontins.
Oh, he's
by
in
the way.
blue. See, he knows it all.
And if you want to go to Haven, they're yellow coats.
Yeah,
Croatia,
okay, fair
who
enough.
lost 4-2 to us.
Lower.
And Portugal, 21, who drew 1-1 with DR Congo.
Lower, below DR Congo.
Yeah, that's probably be a fair shout, mate. Probably a fair shout.
We'll come on to that game in a moment.
And then we have got in 20th place Senegal, who lost 3-1 to France.
Stick, I don't think they're a bad team.
And losing, as it says here, no shame in losing to France, in fairness.
No, I think,
Egypt,
I think they're a good team.
Egypt were in 19th. They drew 1-1 with a team with a horrible away shirt.
Stick.
Above them, it's the team with the horrible away shirt and number 18.
Stick.
You're not going to move it up higher because you like the shirt?
No, I'm going to say stick with them.
Cape Verde, who 17th, they of course drew 0-0 with Spain.
Higher.
I think it says it all here now. Cape Verde, everyone's second team at the World Cup now.
Yeah, they're higher.
Yeah. Scotland 16, who beat Haiti 1-0 by it says a good result, poor performance, and it was a deflected goal. They were very lucky. They've got them in 16th.
Lower.
Yeah, well said, sir. Well said. First time I've really agreed with you tonight. 15th, the land of the rising sun, drew 2-2 with Netherlands, Japan.
Higher. They're in the top 10 for me.
Mexico. Oh, I can't say Mexico without.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Stick.
Every time I say Mexico, that just pops up on the screen. I'm sorry, mate. I'm trying to stop myself. So
I'm going to wear that Belgium shirt now.
drawing, they beat South Africa 2-0, and it's the team from Central America. There you go.
Yeah.
13th, Netherlands drew 2-2 with Japan.
Stick.
This I can't believe. I'm sorry. 12th, Spain. It says here, shock of the tournament so far, but created enough to win the match several times over. They'll still go far. They will. But how can they be 12th having only drawn 0-0 with Cape Verde?
They're going to be.
Lower. On the crowd here, I'm cheering you on for the game show.
If we're talking what's likely to happen, and by the end of this competition, I think they'll probably be in the top 4. However, Spain lower on this one.
Just on this one game, yeah. And in 11th, should throw another prawn on the barbie. Australia, who beat Turkey 2-0.
Stick.
And now, everybody, it is the top 10. Are you ready?
Yep, go for it.
And number 10, we have Sweden, who beat Tunisia 5-1.
Ooh. Based on this performance, stick.
Brazil, Group C, drew with Morocco 1-1.
Lower, be replaced by Japan.
Morocco in 8th. Of course, we've just said they drew with Brazil 1-1.
I'm going to say higher. I was impressed with Morocco.
Yep. Colombia 7th. They beat Uzbekistan 3-1. It's got to be lower, surely. If you can't beat Uzbekistan at the first World Cup, that does not make you...
just slightly lower. You know, I agree. Slightly lower because I think, they have probably had an easier game. Tough, but easier.
Norway 6th.
Lower.
I think it should be higher just for the shirt. USA in 5th. They beat Paraguay 4-1.
I'm going to surprise people now. Higher. Based on what I saw.
You would probably agree with you there, mate. Probably agree. In the bronze medal place, no, number 4. We've got to do number 4 first. Germany, who beat Kiraku 7-1. This one has got to be lower.
I'm going to surprise you here. I'm going to say lower, even though they won 7-1. They'd be probably the weakest team in the competition.
No, that's what I was saying. It has to be lower. How they get to 4? Yes, if you're looking at just the scores, but you've got to take in A, the performance, and B, who you're playing. In 3rd place, Argentina, who beat 3-0, should have been 4. Then again, it should have been 4-1. Argentina in 3rd.
I'm going to surprise you again. Lower, replaced by the US in 3rd.
And here we go. In 2nd, England. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Right. I tell you what, the top two you could say stick, but
Mm.
I'm going to be a pain in the ass now.
Why
If you
change that
base
habit
it
of
on
lifestyle?
if you base it on France's second half performance, they should be in first spot. If you base it on our second half performance, we should be in top spot. So that is going to be a very, very, very close call. It's very, very, very narrow between the two.
Yes, yes. But those, I mean, people were saying England 4, Croatia 2 was the game of the tournament so far.
Um, yes, I think we probably had the toughest opponent out of the big teams.
Yes,
Argentina,
100%.
Argentina,
100%.
Algeria. That's nothing. Spain, Cape Verde Islands. Although Cape Verde did well, you'd expect Spain to dispatch them. Who else are we looking at? Brazil, Morocco. Brazil
No,
had that's a tough game.
that
That's
was
a
a tough
tough game.
game. That was a tough game.
But that's
But when we played
probably
the 11th best team in the world,
yeah. I think there is an argument to be had that we could be top, but
yeah.
there's
I
an
didn't
argument
watch
for
the France
France as well.
game. I didn't watch the France game, so but I would say purely on the fact
Mm.
of France beat Senegal, who could do okay. I think they'll possibly get out the group, but yeah, it's Senegal. No, I think England should be top personally.
Senegal are a good side. Senegal are a good side. I am going to turn around and say I think
Could
it's just
turn
about
around,
right. But hopefully next
could
week
turn
we'll be able
around.
to say very different, and we can say we should be top, and we're
Yeah.
leading the way. Hopefully Spain and Argentina. But wow, I've got no concerns with
Very,
Portugal.
very quickly, because we've
So,
been at this a long time now.
yeah,
Just very quick run through of all the games
yeah.
there.
I'll focus most on the Portugal Congo one. We've done our one, but
Yeah.
um, yeah, go on. Off you
No,
go.
no, no. They're there. People can see it. Just
Right.
talk through which ones
So
you want to go.
Argentina, Algeria, of course, Messi hat trick. Algeria, not really up to much. I don't think they're a
They did
great.
have a good start, and they did have that goal, I think, unfairly ruled out. But
Yes,
you know,
but I don't think they're up to much. I
no.
think they might struggle to get out of that group. Austria, Jordan, what you expect? Debuts. Jordan did put up a bit of a fight, but I think the quality shone through. Arnautovic, who I didn't even realise was still going, he doesn't seem to ever. He's like Duracell Bunny, isn't he? Um, I honestly think
The few of them, isn't there?
the quality come through. Right, Portugal, Congo. I am going to make a very good point about this, and I've spoken to people about this, and people are agreeing with what I'm saying here. Portugal are going to do absolutely fuck all in this competition. And I'll tell you why. They have got a very talented team. They have got a team that can go far in this competition. They're not going to go far.
Mm,
And I'll tell you why it is. And it's because of Cristiano Ronaldo. Whenever they go forwards, what are they looking for? It's like when I was a kid, and you used to be playing football, you know, you'd always look for that player that's got that bit of brilliance about them, who could stick it in the top corner. Um, Portugal just seem to be aiming for Cristiano Ronaldo. They have got
yeah.
no hope in absolute hell of doing anything. The only time they will do anything is if they drop Cristiano Ronaldo. They're not going to do that. Martinez is too much of a weakling to do that. Portugal will find their comeuppance, and they will go out, fairly early on in this tournament. And Cristiano Ronaldo will be bawling to tears, and it will be down to him why they haven't done it. In fact, do you know what would be quite funny? What would be quite funny? I'll tell you the ideal scenario here. Right, we play Portugal and we knock them out, and there's Cristiano Ronaldo, and of course he's fallen over because he's a bit old.
You don't
Jude
mean.
Yeah, Jude Bellingham, and then he lashes out, does his foot thing. Bellingham goes over on purpose, on purpose, and then the winker gets the red card, and then Bellingham does the wink.
Do you know what show
you.
Cristiano Ronaldo would be good on?
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I nothing would make me more happy than seeing him going out and us putting him out.
What about Bruno Fernandes though? Has he? I mean, I didn't see the game, obviously, like you did, but was he?
He's looking for him as well.
Hmm?
He's looking for him as well. He had a couple of shots. I didn't rate him. He's better in a Man United shirt when Cristiano Ronaldo's not around. It's honestly, mate, it's laughable. That game was laughable. Congo should have won it, to be honest. Portugal are going to do absolutely nothing. Mark my words, they will not. All these people going on, and I was, who was it? Was it Gary Neville going, Portugal might win this, and then old Lee Dixon was like, and he was asked, do you think Portugal could win this? He said, most definitely. I think Portugal were going to be one of the favourites. They're not favourites. They're not going to get anywhere bloody near it. They're going on. They're saying all
Nice
this talk, all this rubbish about Cristiano Ronaldo is going to finish on a high with a World Cup. I have got more chance. I've got more chance of winning dancing on ice, and I can't skate for toffee than Portugal have got winning this World Cup. They have got no chance whatsoever. I've got more chance of scoring the goal in the World Cup final for England with an overhead kick. And have you seen my stomach? It's not going to happen. Portugal are going to do nothing.
Anything else you want to? Any other comparison you want to make there?
It'd be quite funny if I did try and do an overhead kick.
Gabby Bonglahor on the Talksport was never let it be said that you can use 20 words when 100 will do. Javier Bonlahor said, yep, Spain are going to put 7 past Cape Verde. So that's the thing. But then, today's games. Ghana 1, Panama 0. Lucky Ghana.
Mate, honestly, I watched this.
Held on Panama for another...
Panama were the better of the two teams. In all honesty, I've got a wall outside that needs a little bit of paint on it. I might do that this weekend and just sit there and stare at it. And that will be more exciting than actually watching that game. Antoine Semenyo, great player, right? Playing for Ghana, got absolutely zero service, completely. And he tried his best to make things happen. And to be honest, Ghana were lucky at the end. If you'd like to, you can come round and paint this wall with me and just sit there and watch it, because maybe then you'll feel the experience of watching that match.
Will you promise not to talk to me?
No, yeah, exactly. We shouldn't. We can't talk whilst watching this paint dry, but to make it more exciting. What's that?
How did Fatawu do?
Well, AU was fucking useless, and Fatawu.
Was he playing?
He was, and he was crap. And Fatawu, you know what it was like. It was absolute. It was atrocious.
I want him to have a good World Cup.
I've got to
add value to him when we sell him.
I've got to say, you did say, a team with AU and Fatawu were never going to do anything. And my God, come around, paint this wall with me, and then we'll sit there in stone silence whilst we
Right.
watch it just dry. And that will be more entertaining.
Do you know
You
what?
can't
There's
say
more
anything.
repeats with you than the BBC. You do realise that, don't you? Uzbekistan 1, Colombia 3, Czech Republic 1, South Africa 1. I'm running through these now, otherwise we'll still be here tomorrow, and it is nearly tomorrow. And I'm going to say, just very quickly, Switzerland beat Bosnia-Herzegovina 4-1, and at half-time, Canada are leading Qatar 2-0. Come on, Canada.
Yes.
Tomorrow, you've got Mexico, Korea Republic, USA versus Australia, and game that doesn't matter, Scotland, Morocco at 11 o'clock. Thanks, everybody, for watching. It's been... No. We're going to have to end it now, mate.
Scotland are going to get their arse handed to them. That's all I was going to say.
Probably. Right, okay, thanks everybody for watching. Up the cherries in all departments. Less Little I Die TV, 2 great channels. If you support one or you follow one, follow the other, subscribe to both and all that. Thanks to everybody that's been in the chat. It's been a long one, but we don't do them every day now because sometimes there's going to be nothing to talk about, especially if there's a Ghana game on. So, Craig, thank you very much.
That's all right, mate. That's all right. You're wanting to get off quite quickly.
I am, because I've been doing this now for 1 hour 45 minutes, so I do need to get off very quickly before you do another thing about paint drying.
Yeah.
So thank you all very, very much, and I'll see you in a couple of days, mate. Take care.
See you in a couple of days, mate.
It's the World Cup Roundup Show,
Where the drama's bound to flow.
with Foz and Bees who will try to please. It's the World Cup 26. From last-minute winners to amazing screamers,
We'll bring you all the fun until the World Cup is done.
VR is in control.
Watch the manager's eyes roll.
From England dreams
To red card scenes.
Foz and Bees are saying goodbye.
Thanks for watching all the highs.
We'll catch you next time somehow
On the World Cup Roundup Show.
Some people are on the pitch, they think it's all over.